Pavilion. Sunday morning they're playing some country music, so we'll keep walking. But this was from the prom last night where they took pictures. But normally Eric was not up by the band. Eric was hanging out back here with everybody, just kicking back and partying while the music was playing. This is our good friend Christy, who's the coolest and most fashionable chick. We're making a little thing for Eric, and even though you didn't meet him, you've heard enough about him.
I have. Hi, Eric.
So what would you like to say?
Well, I'm rolling a doobie.
That's perfect. That's what Eric...
That's good, Eric. Happy OTR.
There you go. So people who didn't even know him know stories about him and love him as if they had already met him. That's how cool Eric was. Over here is where we set up all our little hammocks. It's a kind of little quiet OTR spot we hang out. Let's put a little, we'll come back and, let's take the steps. Very slippery. Watch your feet.
Jarvis, say hi to
Jarvis, say hi to my buddy Eric. He passed away and we're making a memorial. And even though you didn't meet him, he was the one that introduced all of us to OTR and caving.
Thanks
So,
for having us here.
sure.
Hi.
Jarvis, this is Gay.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I love your glasses.
Thank you so much. Aren't they beautiful? I love her glasses.
Gay loves flirting with brothers. It's cool. So, all right, we're spreading ashes for him all over. All right, hold this.
Yeah, hold that. We're spreading ashes.
Did you spread some ash up around
Oh, I
the stage?
beat Duncan. Eric was never at the stage. He was always back here. He's like, I ain't dancing. But he was always back here hanging. So, I'm just going to spread some ashes here around
Every time, like,
the pavilion, all Eric's favorite spot. Sorry. I'll put a little, hold up. I'll put a little here by the pavilion just so he's there. So now everywhere I put ashes, Eric will in a way be permanently part of OTR.
I have chills through my whole body.
Really?
Eric's presence. Look at my
I know.
skin is standing up.
Her skin's
Eric.
crawling. Guys who didn't know him are feeling
Oh my
him.
God, I feel him.
All right, I'm going to keep going.
Wait, all right.
Okay. Let's keep going.
I like my skin is...
So they had the hill. This is where they used to have like the jello wrestling and mud wrestling and ramen noodle wrestling, and try to take the steps because it's easy to slip on some of these hills when you're buzzed and walking. And this is the OTR obstacle course. Another thing I don't believe Eric ever did or considered doing because it's hard. It's a lot of effort. Now we are at the Tiger Valley River. You can see everybody in the water. It rained like crazy, so the river is up. Everybody's kicking back in the river. And I'm gonna go right here on this bridge as part of the obstacle course, and I'm gonna let Eric get right in the river.
Wow.
And he is now part of the Tiger River Valley
cool.
system forever. And he's going to float. Finally, Eric did a part of the obstacle course. He's going to float through the tube, and he can say he did something. So I know this is another one of Eric's favorite places. So now we're going to walk over to the wild side. It's the stage, the bridge, the stage that they built over the river. So they have bands that play here. So a lot of the stuff you see here, Eric wasn't even around for, but every year they just try to hook it up. Here's the bands coming to start the river party. Eric loved the river party. That was like one of his favorite things. Now, if you'll follow me. Oh, it's soaked. Hold on. We're cavers. We'll figure a way to get in here. This is what's known as the wild side. And it's just cool little lights and stuff that they built all through the woods here on both sides, just so you can hang. Now, I absolutely am not showing you this part of OTR. You'll have to come yourself because there's a little sauna there. But we're going to go through here because this was another of Eric's favorite areas. coming here around whatever time, midnight, this and that, just sitting on this stage. There's a little stage in the middle, maybe stand on that, sit here, just hang out, relax a little. And it's really cool at night because they got all these lights lit up and like just really cool little paths and things everywhere, and people just, you can cut through if you're walking barefoot and you don't want to walk on the gravel road. Here's a little meditation area. So just really nice. So every year they kind of fix it up. It doesn't look like much in the daytime, but this is it. So this would be a perfect spot. Now there is one spot where Eric fell and left an ash print that lasted about 10 years, but they changed it. But anyway, I'm just gonna walk down the trail and just kind of put a little bit all over the place because he loved this. He just said, let's go to the wild side, let's hang out. And so I'm just gonna kind of put a little all around, so he will always be part of this, and maybe some plants will grow with it, and there'll be a plant or something that has a little piece of Eric in it. Because I got to tell you, when I was given this bag, and other people who touched it, they said they absolutely felt Eric presence. People who haven't met him now have been like, I never met him, but I feel like I know him. So that's just shows you what a special, unique person Eric was. There's some things, so not gonna let you see behind there, but they got a nice permanent 50-foot hot tub. They've got a dry sauna, a wet sauna, a fire pit, and it's really nice to just hang out. This is the other entrance. Let's see. I think we, I know this spot here.
Wait, can you answer it?
This is kind of a chill spot that starts the ridge. So this used to be the drum circle place where you could go for the drum circle. There was a bee smoker van here that a guy would put all this stuff in a bee smoker, and you get in the van and he would light it up and just see if you could last more than 30 seconds in a totally smoke-filled van. And at some point they asked him to please stop doing that, because as you can see, there's a lot of little ones, and they've really made this a family, multi-generational event, and they're constantly striving to do
He's a service dog.
Do you mind if I just spread a few ashes for my friend? Yes? Because this used to be the drum circle spot. So 30 years ago is when.
Totally cool.
Thank you. So I'm just going to put a little here next to the god of OTR. Dave approves. So Eric will permanently be a part of the beekeeper, bee smoker, drum circle area. Thank you, sir. Oh, so sweet. Of course, Gay and Axel just were hit with all the kids everywhere. And we were very fortunate that Axel qualified to be here. Okay, bye guys.
Hey guys.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. All right, so you just see how friendly people are. And if, they're respectful. So I know it sounds like a wild and crazy, out of control thing, but you can just see it's a lot of trucks, cars. Everybody's parked. Everybody's got like souped up, hooked up tents and bars and just all this stuff. So you can kind of see now why Eric just loved this openness. And you know what? I think as we walk, I'm just going to kind of spread around so he can just be everywhere. At OTR, always a piece of this, because he brought everyone together. And even though they say he was wild and crazy, which he was, everyone said he was so kind and gentle and laid back and funny. So they like the paradox of someone who would come in on Friday already like, oh, and usually miss Saturday. This is could be Scum Ridge, I'm not sure. They have weird funny names, but Eric just loved it, and everybody was like, Gouldy, Gouldy. Everybody wanted to hang with Eric. And the Golden Wee show was always a big hit. And anyway, I'm running out of Eric. So soon I'm just going to keep what's left to do stuff for myself. So last stop, we'll stop in Canada and say hello. Because actually those guys know Eric. In fact, funny story, over where we are, there's a little gulch in a ditch. And one of the big Canadian guys, for no reason, took a swing at Eric and missed him. Because Eric had those cat-like reflexes. Eric said, did that dude just fucking hit me? I said, I don't know. And then he did it again, and Eric moved out of the way, and the guy spun around, fell in the ditch, and I think he slept there the whole night, because the next morning, we heard like, oh, here's Dozer, one of our favorite Canucks, and that was it. Hey guys, I don't know if you remember Eric from the Fucked Up, gold blonde hair. He was way back, but he knew you guys because you guys were the first people he took me into when I got here, and he passed this year a few months ago, so I'm just kind of introducing him to some of the things in OTR, spreading his ashes, and just so pretend you know him and say, hey Eric, sorry you're not here. Thank you. And now Eric did know Dozer. You knew Eric, my buddy Eric, the blonde hair guy, Gould. He's wearing the boa. He passed.
Oh, I remember the
He
boa.
passed.
Oh.
So we're just doing a little. They wanted to meet the OTR dudes, and this is our main Canadian.
I miss you, Eric.
So even people that were like, yes, I do remember him because he was so unique.
The boa.
The boa. See? He knows. So anyway, thank you, Canada.
Thank you, Eric.
There you go. Now you know why everybody loved him so much. And just let me give one more panoramic view. We're in this big field. It's just surrounded by mountains and trees. And it's awesome when it's not 90 degrees and you're just baking in the sun. So here we are. We're back at the OTR campsite. Wow, that was emotional. I feel like spiritually drained a little. That was really, I could just feel Eric in every fiber doing his thing, being happy and happy that everyone else is still happy. Here, Dennis, he never met Eric, but Eric would have loved him. There's our friend Jody. So thank you for the tour. And now you see how much Eric was loved. Here's my tent canopy that's getting thrown away, and this is what's left of our campsite, but it held on. So anyway, we love you, Eric, and